What's up, guys? Mike here. Today I got two stocks for you guys that I think it is a good time to start building a position in, and I think these stocks are very good long-term stocks. One of them is a dividend stocks, and as you guys know, dividend companies have been doing very well. They have been thriving in this market, and I think this company will do fairly well over time. And the other one is a growth stock. Now, these two companies are both semiconductors, and I'm sure you guys are pretty well aware of where right now we have a huge chip shortage, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be changing over time. We are going to build those chips, and the shorting is going to come to an end eventually. But those two companies, of course, are none other than Intel, ticker symbol INTC, and the other one, of course, is AMD. Both of these are pretty much a very favorite company for me. I have been trading them for a very long time, and I think these two both have a good long-term outcome for these companies, and that is why I think both of these will be a great possible trade. Of course, AMD has been destroying Intel and has been taking a lot of market share from them, but Intel has been doing very well over many years, and it is not going to stop them. They can take all the market share from Intel to AMD, but Intel will continuously build better chips over time, and they will keep continuing to advance their chips, and they're going to be a very successful company regardless. Anyways, guys, let's waste no further time. Make sure you always destroy that like button. Hit subscribe. It really helps out my channel, and I really appreciate it. Check out my Patreon page. Come trade with us. Come make some money with us. Come do well with us. I know the market hasn't been very promising right now, but come trade with us and be successful with us if you guys want to be ahead of the market. Anyways, guys, with that said, let's begin. Yeah! Guys, up first we have Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD. I'm sure you guys are very well familiar with this company. They just recently posted earnings about a couple of weeks ago, and they did extremely well. They pretty much destroyed it, and the stock surged and then took a dump from there, right? The market just been on a crazy downturn ever since. And of course, right now it is getting to a very good position where I am getting intrigued into buying, right? Just look at the 5-day moving average. Finally, it is getting a little bit nice. I wouldn't start adding shares right now, but I would definitely keep my eye very wide open. It definitely does look like it's holding the $72 right now, but this could break at any time. You just have to keep your eyes very closely on this stock. Maybe start building your position around 72. It has been doing fairly well on this range. It has been doing very well and holding position for a bit of a time, right? Every time it gained to 72, it just bounced right back up. As we can see, the lowest it went to 72.50, 72.72, and the other day was 72.75. So, and one day we had only 74, which it did go back up, but then closed bearish. So we have to keep our eyes very close on this. Usually you want to keep your eyes on the 5-day and the 20-day moving average. And when these two start crossing, that usually becomes pretty bullish, and it definitely gives you a good time, or a good sign, you could say, as a good buy. Right now, the RSI is pretty much dirt cheap and bottomed out. You might think this might be the end of the market of this AMD going down, and it might go up. That's quite possible, but this could continue to go down, right? We still haven't seen MACD crossover, TSI no crossover. We don't see anything with the histograms shifting upwards. It is just trading a little bit up. We do see a little bit of momentum going this way, which is good. And the RSI did start to raise a little bit. We did have a little bullish close on Friday, but it wasn't much. Right now, just the volume in the market has been tremendously down. Hedge funds are not buying. Big banks are not buying. A lot of these big money managers are just not buying anything, right? You can pretty much say maybe the only people who are buying anything is retail. So right now the markets aren't moving as much, right? We might see some movement coming up this week, but I don't expect too much movement. If I was going to trade this, I would probably sell somewhere in the low 80s or high 75, 70, like 77 to 79 might be a good trade if you want to do short term, but definitely long term, I think AMD has a great potential to hit somewhere in the 90s over time. I can't give you an estimate time, but I think AMD definitely still has that potential of being a great growth stock over time. Now let's move on to Intel. Moving on into Intel, ticker symbol INTC, and pretty much look how beautifully it has held the 200-day moving average, right? It's been holding this several times, right? The 200-day moving average seems to be a very fair price to start to say it's a good level of support here. It's been doing that nicely here, and it has done that again here. Now, Intel is a wonderful dividend company. It is something you could definitely hold on for the long term and just collect massive amounts of dividends on this stock. This stock does pay a nice dividend, and it is definitely a stock worth owning for the long term, and even not even trading, just owning this for long term, right? Look at the powerhouse this company did, right? Just from $44 all the way to around 68. That is a massive move it just made recently, right? Starting in around let's see, it was around January, actually, right? January 28, actually let's say 14, it hit rock bottom, and until April, you could say about 15ish, right? April 15, it had its highest of the day, right? It did really well. And of course, now we have a huge bearish market going on Intel. And I think it is definitely a stock definitely worth keeping your eye on, especially around the 53, 52, 53 area, because it has been holding the 200-day moving average very well. If you see the SPY has done just the same. It has held the 200-day moving average on, and I think that's pretty good, right? We can see that it's been doing, 50-day. The SPY held the 50-day moving average, and that's what it's been doing constantly, holding the 50-day here, 50-day here, 50-day here, 50-day again here. But it's going to be a little bit different with Intel. Let's check the 50-day on Intel, and it did not hold the 50-day, but it has held the 200-day moving average. So did a lot of other big companies like Apple. Apple held the 200-day. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful holding the 200-day. Let's check out Microsoft. And of course, Microsoft didn't have to get there, but it has been doing pretty well, right? Let's check out AMD for a quick second. It did break the 200-day. So you got to keep your eye pretty close on these companies. This one is a definite long-term dividend company to hold and just earn free money, pretty much, holding a dividend company. And right now, dividend companies are one of the best companies to own. Semiconductors have been on a bearish downturn because of the chip shortages, but all of that is going to change, right? A lot of people thought it's the end of oil, right? And guess what's happening with oil? Oil has the massive explosion, right? It just keeps going up, right? So oil, everyone thought it was the end of oil, and guess what? It is just becoming more expensive on a daily basis. Oil just keeps getting pricier and pricier and pricier. And guess what's going to happen to these semiconductors, right? Buy it when others do not want it, right? Right now, people do not want semiconductors. That is why it is one of the best decisions you can make, and that is to buy semiconductors when nobody wants it, right? So let's check out quickly Intel, what the tip ranks thinks it's worth, right? So on tip ranks, it's going to tell you Intel is worth $66, right? And right now we are at 55, so that is about an $11, 20% upside. Let's check out quickly AMD. AMD upside could be better, right? AMD's upside is definitely better, 40%. They think it's gonna hit 106. I'm not too happy about this price. They said 90, definitely. I agree with this guy. I think 90 would be a good area to start selling if you're going to be trading this. But I don't think I can't agree to 106. With Intel, a lot of them saying it could hit 85. I think 65 is a good fair price to say Intel could reach. Again, they think of a 20% upside, and with AMD, we have at least a 40%, at least even a 30 to 35%. In my opinion, we have a good upside for it to hit around the $90. So that's what your estimates are on tip ranks. I think these are great trades to take. Definitely, you want to keep eyes on semiconductors. Why? Because you should be buying when others are selling, because that's what they did with oil companies, right? During the market, when everything else was going up, oil companies were continuously going down. People thought, oh, it's the end of oil. We're just going to move to electric vehicles. But no, that's not going to happen, right? We have until 2035. You know how long that is? That's over 10 years, right? Oil companies will continue to prosper over the next 10 years still, right? We're not going to switch automatically, like instantly, to electric vehicles, right? It's impossible to make a electric plane that's going to go several hundreds of miles, even thousands of miles in the air and not need a charge, right? We need to make some kind of charging availability in the air for these airplanes. So oil is not going to end that immediately. I think oil is going to be going continuously, and so are semiconductors. We might have a chip shortage now. That is why it's the best time to buy these when the market is bearish on it. And you buy the dips, you keep adding, you keep averaging down, you buy it while it's cheap. And once they announce that chip shortages has come to an end, just watch your pockets overflow with beautiful cash, all right? So that's my trades for the day. Two beautiful companies you should keep your eyes on, and I think there's a lot of potential upside with these companies coming up. Thanks again for watching my video. As always, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so YouTube could alert you when my next video comes out. Also, guys, feel free to add me on Instagram. I pretty much post there daily. I post some buys and sells there, but most of that will be on my Patreon page, so check the link in the description box below. Come join us, come trade with us, but I do try my best to post some stuff on Instagram as well, so follow me there. Leave a comment below. Let me know what other stocks you guys would like me to do a video on, or if you have a question on a specific stock, leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to help you guys out. Also, do not miss out on the promotion right now going on with WeBull, where they are giving 4 free stocks, 2 just for signing up to use their platform, and 2 more when you make a deposit of $100 or more. WeBull will give you 4 total stocks for free, and 2 of those will be valued from $8 all the way up to $1,850 right now. So check the promotion now. Check the link in the description box below for WeBull. If you want another free stock, of course, we have FirstTrade. They give out pretty good stocks as well. And finally, we have Robinhood, which also gives decent stocks here and there. Thanks again for watching my video, and until next time, make money with Mike.